Alcohol. It's been around like forever. All you'd have to do is take the right yeasts, give them a bit of sugar and a bit of water, and they just automatically turn into alcohol. Homo sapiens, our ancestors, and perhaps even Homo neanderthalis and Homo habilis and our earlier ancestors, discovered that if you drink that product of yeast and water and sugar, it's really quite nice and has variable effects. Let's look at the neurobiology of what alcohol does in your brain. It influences 4 main neurochemicals in your brain, and it does this up here in your frontal lobe, and particularly in the reward centers in your frontal lobe. And if we split this in half, it then also, and at the same time, significantly affects the structure that's in behind here. I'm going to pop this off so we can have a look at that. And it's this structure here called the basal ganglia. Can you see? And in the middle of that is a structure called the nucleus accumbens. And the nucleus accumbens is one of our main centers for experiencing pleasure and reward, and actually also for learning the behaviors that are most likely to end up producing that behavior and reward. So if we think about the 4 neurochemicals, let's look at the frontal lobe first. So here is our thinking brain. This is the left hemisphere, so this is where we do words. The right hemisphere is where you do feelings and emotions. And both those are involved in this through a structure called the anterior cingulate gyrus, which is this part of the brain here. Not the red line, that's just a blood vessel, but the part of the brain under my finger. Now, cingulate gyrus in both hemispheres is part of your emotional brain, and it's a big part in your reward system. The 4 neurochemicals, 3 of them calm your brain down, calm your nerve cells down, make you feel relaxed, chilled, out of it if you drink enough. And the 4th actually is one that excites your brain. The first 3 are dopamine. Dopamine, that major neurochemical involved in so many processes in our brain, but in this instance, in the reward system. So we are rewarded and experience reward when we drink alcohol. And this structure that lies in here, the nucleus accumbens, which lies in the middle of this, it's very dopamine dependent, and it not only experiences the reward, but it learns how to create the behaviors that end up with that reward. Keep that in your mind for another talk. Second neurochemical is gamma amino butyric acid, or GABA, G-A-B-A. And GABA is a calmer down of nerve cells that inhibits nerve cells. And alcohol creates release of GABA across here in the frontal lobe, here in your basal ganglia. And also, if I turn this around, you see this X here? Just under the X is a structure called the amygdala. The amygdala is your main threat and reward, basic survival structure. GABA, gamma-aminobutyric acid, calms your amygdala cells down. And it's where you experience anxiety, threat, those background carryovers from your life that can be quite hard to let go of. And alcohol, releasing dopamine and also releasing GABA in your amygdala, helps those things calm down. And the 3rd neurochemical also does that, and that's the opiates. The opiates, amygdala has opiate receptors, basal ganglia here, and the nucleus accumbens has opiate receptors. And up here in your frontal lobe, there's quite a part of it, particularly the reward system, that also has opiate receptors. So increased levels of dopamine, of GABA, and of opiates, that's why you feel chilled. That's if you drink enough alcohol, switches off or substantially reduces the activity in your frontal lobes, which leads to disinhibited behavior, because your frontal lobes carry all your social conscience and morality. Those 3 neurochemicals calm you down, settle you down, give that relaxed, chilled, swimmy feeling of alcohol effect. And the 4th neurochemical, glutamate, glutamate stimulates your brain, makes it think harder, work harder. For your amygdala, in under this X, it increases your levels of anxiety and concern. And alcohol depresses, it reduces the levels of glutamate. So it has a fourfold effect to make you relax and chill.